Tonight at 6, hundreds of teachers descend on the Indiana State House as lawmakers prepare for a crucial vote.
Hundreds of millions of dollars in school funding right now is hanging in the balance. We have team coverage for you tonight at 6 o'clock. We have our State House reporter Emily Longnecker, who is breaking down this pivotal vote.
But we begin tonight with Samantha Johnson. And Sam, there were so many teachers there at the State House today. Some districts actually had to move to e-learning. So what was their message?
Public funding, public schools. We heard it time and time again with what seems like more than 1,000 teachers, administrators, parents, and students packing the Indiana State House on Monday.
You take one of us on! You take all of us on!
Indiana teachers shoulder to shoulder during the Indiana State Teachers Association's Day of Action, advocating for school funding and ultimately for students.
I can help them more being here today than I can teaching them in my classroom today.
In a sea of hundreds, one math teacher with a standout yellow sign says, when it comes to Senate Bill 1,
this math isn't mathing. I don't mind that there's a conversation about public school funding. There's definitely some improvements that can be made, but this bill doesn't have the improvements that are going to make lasting changes to help students.
Students like fourth grader Audrey Northup.
Crazy. It's very crowded.
And these sixth graders from Northview Middle School in Indianapolis.
I have also been in public schools my whole life, and I really like my teachers, and I want to support my teachers, so that's why I'm here, yeah.
Some in the crowd, teachers who are also parents.
I'm here today because I believe in public education for all students, and for our students to have these great schools and these wonderful teachers and community members to help make the world a better place.
I hope my students see that I care deeply about them, not just their next test, but what's going to happen to them in the future.
I mean, school and education is super important, and that, I mean, it's just so important that we have enough funds, because this is education, and we're the future.
At the State House, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
As Sam mentioned right there, this all has to do with Senate Bill 1.
A massive bill, more than 300 pages. The proposal is still up for debate at the State House. Lawmakers looking to put the finishing touches they hope will push it past the finish line. Emily Longnecker is live tonight at the State House as well, where the Senate is still debating those changes. Could be a long night, Emily.
It's definitely going to be a long night, Dustin. Listen, lawmakers in the Senate, they haven't even gotten to SB 1. They're not even talking about that right now. They're talking about the other big bill, the budget bill. They are debating different amendments to the budget bill. There are over 70 amendments that have been filed so far. They've gotten through close to 30 of those, so they haven't even touched SB 1. And the reason why that is, the reason why they're not even talking about it yet, is this is a big deadline day in the House and the Senate. This is the last day that lawmakers in both chambers can offer changes, can offer amendments to other bills to keep them moving forward in the legislative process. So because there were a lot of amendments to the budget bill, they really had to deal with that today. So again, they have not even talked about whether they agree on the changes to SB 1 that the House made. We know the governor has said on social media he supported the House version of property tax relief. Then a tweet came this weekend from Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith calling on the governor to veto SB 1 and call a special session to pass a bill that he said the average Hoosier can understand. Governor Braun has not commented on the Lieutenant Governor's statements, so we don't know what he thinks of those statements. And at this point, we do not know what the Senate thinks about the changes that the House made to SB 1 because, again, as you can see, they're not even talking about it yet. They are on the budget. So as some lawmakers have told me today, it is going to be a long night. We will be monitoring the situation and bring it to you tonight at 11. Dustin, Ann.
All right, Emily reporting live for us at the State House. Thank you.
Well, today's protest is sparking action from lawmakers at the State House. Some of them apparently not crazy about the idea of schools going to e-learning so teachers could attend a rally.
No, Republican State Representative Andrew Ireland telling 13 News today that he filed an amendment to a bill that would prohibit schools from switching to e-learning days to let their teachers attend protests like the one they did today. So this particular amendment is attached to Senate Bill 373. And under that change, change. The bill would make it illegal for schools to switch to online learning so their teachers can go to a planned protest.
And if a school violates that policy, it would be subject to losing money from the state for each day of the violation.
Monday, high temperatures in the 70s. We're beginning to cool a bit. Most of us down into the 60s. Noblesville 65, also 65 at Morris Reservoir, 67 Carmel, 68 in Greensburg. Greensburg, we did end up with some showers and storms this afternoon. 71 right now in Brown County. Those showers and storms continue to push out of southern Indiana, but they did flare up several hours ago. This is a 3-hour loop, and you can see some of those stronger storms. Severe threat now down to our south and east. As we look west, the 24-hour temperature change on the negative side, 20 degrees, and this is the air mass that's coming our way over the next 24 hours. Weather-wise, it'll be a cloudy start to our Tuesday, maybe a few sprinkles around from time to time tomorrow, but a much cooler start. That means grab the jacket or the heavier sweatshirt. You're going to need it most of the day tomorrow. It is going to be a cooler day with highs on Tuesday in the 50s.
Angela, thank you. A Marion teenager now awaits sentencing after pleading guilty today to a murder, and he pled without any sort of plea deal.
Yes, you know, there's a couple factors at play here. First, his age. He was just 13 at the time of this deadly shooting that went down at a gas station. Our Rich Nye went to the courtroom today. He had his camera there when the boy admitted in open court to the crime.
I plead guilty.
Zayden Guy pleaded guilty to murder, robbery, unlawfully carrying a handgun, and theft. He admitted that on March 11th of last year, when he was just 13 years old, he saw a gun in the pocket of 24-year-old Byron Dennis Jr. at a Circle K in Marion.
Did you go into that store with the intent to confront or go up to Mr. Dennis and take that handgun from him without his permission?
Yes, sir.
When you went into the store, did you have a handgun of your own in your sweatshirt?
Yes, sir.
He ended up being killed by the bullets that you shot.
Yes, sir.
Guy pled guilty without a plea deal and is asking the judge to consider alternative sentencing. That leaves the possibility of a sentence less than the minimum 45 years in prison for murder because Guy is a juvenile. Guy has been held at a juvenile facility in Kokomo and will remain there until sentencing, which is scheduled for May 20th. In Marion, Rich Nye, 13 News.
And tonight, a 15-year-old faces charges for a deadly shooting on the near northwest side of Indianapolis. It happened back on April 6th near West 27th and North Harding Streets. Officers say they found 3 people shot. One of them died at the scene. Another died at the hospital. That teen suspect is now charged with 2 counts of murder, battery with a deadly weapon, and dangerous possession of a firearm. Prosecutors have filed a request to charge that 15-year-old as an adult.
A Clinton County teacher is now under arrest and accused of having inappropriate communications with a student. Police say that student came forward after a presentation by police last week at Frankfort High School. The student reportedly told officers they had inappropriate conversations. The teacher is now facing preliminary charges of dissemination of matter harmful to minors and attempt to commit possession of child pornography.